again, part of it too. If you believe that infrastructure and other kinds of services that the government provides, those are going to be free or fair. Like it's just basically a transfer of wealth from poor people to the rich. The rich are 84% wealthier, the poor are 84% poorer. When I say the poor, I mean like the bottom. It's like 60% or something last I checked. So I'm not talking like poor, the poorest of the poor. I'm talking like 60%. I mean, it's crazy what's in there, and it's just also there's a bunch of things that are going to shift responsibility to the states. And the states don't have extra money, so the states are kind of in a situation where they're not able to pay to like even make up any of the difference. So they're going to have a whole other problem with that, and that's just going to come down the line. So they've kicked the can to the states. So if you're a red state, this could be extra bad because you know they're not going to step up. They don't have the tax revenue to do it anyway. And if you're in a blue state, I hope your state happens to be flush because most of them don't have the kind of cash to like make up gaps in, say, Medicaid, which is a massive program. So yeah, it's gonna be like early 80s Reagan devastation. Except this is probably bigger than what Reagan did.
Where's the block coming from? Because there is no block. The Senate did their procurement and had the votes. It's 51 to 49.
Right.
And then it has to go back to the House. Now I was hoping that the House would, reject it, but as Patty has said, she don't think that that's going to happen. That the House is going to what's name. So I'm just trying to figure out when you say that's why we blocking it. I'm trying to understand where we blocking it at.
Okay, so where we're blocking it is the tweet I told you about last night.
Right.
So what that tweet? I told you that tweet has so much in it. He's also talking to Republicans that are in his back pocket. Right.
Right.
So that's not out there in the open. But behind the scenes, technically, yeah, it's blocked, so we're expecting a tweet from Trump either today or in the morning. Okay? So I told you this was hot. Now, I just wanted to add this to the stage for the audience.
Oh, weird.
I don't talk to the stage. When we talk about bills like this that are controversial, and someone on stage, I think it was Walter Water, that said, certain benefits for the people. And I heard him. Now, there are certain politicians, there's a funding thing that goes on behind the scenes of where they get their money from, right? So, are your people fighting for you, the people, or for themselves? So let's take a case in point. Jasmine Crockett, would you say she fights for the people? Patty? First Lady, would you say she fights for the people, right?
Yeah. Okay, I think we need to play the music again because
wrong, and I'll prove. Hang on.
Okay, but
I was waiting in your answer.
Wait a minute, listen. While you're talking, you're gonna have to talk over the music because somebody's recording us. So go ahead. No, we don't need a commercial.
One song only.
Radiant with humor and grace, and large-heartedness and deep wisdom, one of the wonders of the world. People usually think of Lao Tzu as a hermit, a dropout from society, dwelling serenely in some mountain hut, unvisited except perhaps by the occasional traveler arriving from a 60s joke to ask, what is the meaning of life? But it's clear from his teachings that he deeply cared about society, if society means the welfare of one's fellow human beings. His book is, among other things, a treatise on the art of government, whether of a country or of a child. The misperception may arise from his insistence on wei wu wei, literally, doing not doing, which has been seen as passivity. Nothing could be further from the truth. A good athlete can enter a state of body awareness in which the right stroke or the right movement happens by itself, effortlessly, without any interference of the conscious will. This is a paradigm for non-action, the purest and most effective form of action. The game plays the game. The poem writes the poem. We can't tell the dancer from the dance. Less and less do you need to force things, until finally you arrive at non-action. When nothing is done, nothing is left undone.
Reading glasses are outdated. A new technology.
Nothing is done because the doer has wholeheartedly vanished into the deed. The fuel has been completely transformed into flame. This nothing is in fact everything. It happens when we trust the intelligence of the universe in the same way that an athlete or a dancer trusts the superior intelligence of the body. Hence Lao Tzu's emphasis on softness. Softness means the opposite of rigidity and is synonymous with suppleness, adaptability, endurance. Anyone who has seen a Tai Chi or Aikido master doing not doing will know how powerful this softness is. Lao Tzu's central figure is a man or woman whose life is in perfect harmony with the way things are. This is not an idea, it is a reality. I have seen it. The master has mastered nature, not in the sense of conquering it, but of becoming it. In surrendering to the Tao, in giving up all concepts, judgments, and desires, her mind has grown naturally compassionate. She finds, deep in her own experience, the central truths of the art of living, which are paradoxical only on the surface, that the more truly solitary we are, the more compassionate we can be. The more we let go of what we love, the more present our love becomes. The clearer our insight into what is beyond good and evil, the more we can embody the good. Until finally she is able to say, in all humility, I am the Tao, the truth, the life. The teaching of the Taoist is moral in the deepest sense. Unencumbered by any concept of sin, the master doesn't see evil as a force to resist, but simply as an opaqueness, a state of
Public records
self-absorption,
show she
which
accepted
is
more than 370,000 in Fed contributions from PACs representing corporations or business associations since 2022. These have a spending limit. I don't have my glasses on, are different from super PACs, blah, blah, we know that. Her donors include a mix of PACs and non-PACs, of course, right? Including pharmaceutical grants, including, now here comes the companies, including AbbVie, Gilead Sciences, and financial service companies like BlackRock, Goldman Sachs. And then here's what gets interesting for me, because I trade these pictures. Major defense contractors, including Lockheed Martin and RTX, and brands including McDonald's, Home Depot, CVS, Verizon, and Toyota. And a lot of that was mentioned in Elon's text last night, and I was trying to tell you guys, I don't think you understand what he just said in just 2 sentences. It's a little deeper than you think. So, Jasmine Crockett is one of many that I said are not speaking out for the people. In other words, you guys in this room speak out louder for Americans than Jasmine Crockett and the whole Black Caucus, right?
You point.
And I raised that issue, but I raised that issue to tell you something that I'm telling you now. So how many times do I have to fucking tell you this? So, oh, they're representing the motherfucker, fuck you, fuck out of here. Alright? Y'all got the game all fucked up. And so that's why I troll you. That's why I troll you. Because I know the real trolls are you motherfuckers. You niggas is trolling. I ain't trolling.
I don't think games
Yeah,
is trolling.
X.
I never accused you of that.
Wait. And then there's the support for Hamas, which is cool. I don't have a problem with that if that's what you do. You know, from Qatar, right? So she's down with that. Don't forget Qatar gave who? Trump a plane, right? Remember I raised all that last night. Well, you guys gotta understand, read between the lines. It's not that hard to do. Shit, I'm a troll and I can do it? How the fuck you can? That's my question. That's my question.
Funny.
That's
This
my
is
question.
why he called her low IQ. Okay, alright.
But you're saying that, right, Point? And I believe everything you said. That was the reason why I brought up the whole tweet from yesterday and when I was talking to TC. So I learned that information from you, and I regurgitated.
Persecuting and abusing me for more than 60 days. I've been harassed. I've been bullied. I've been called names, and I've been discredited. And I'm calling my
I would never Point.
I'm calling my attorney. You'll hear from me. Actually, you'll hear from my attorney.
Crocodile tears are unbecoming of you, Point. I ain't never seen you do that shit. Don't start now. You ain't son. I expect that from everyone else. I don't expect that.
But that's what politicians do. They have a reservoir of crocodile tears on demand, right?
Cry me a river.
You ain't ran for president.
Archie, when I read this about Jasmine, I was like, and I sent it to a good friend of mine, a friend I trained with, right?